going on, guys? Chris here, bringing you another video. And what is today's vlog about? Well, today's vlog is about actually a very important part that I consider very important in suspension that I recently just installed. So I'm going to give you my take on it, why you need it, and kind of my review on it. So today, being Team UPR, I have a few shirts by them. Is actually a part by them that I just installed, and it would be their bump steer kit for the 99 to, or the 94 to 04 Mustangs, the power steering rack, not the manual rack. So they have two different types of bump steer kits. A few companies actually do, and then some companies just more or less have the one. So you have a tapered version, and then you have a drilled version. And the tapered version is what majority of most companies sell nowadays. There's no drilling required. You just remove your tie rod in, and then you screw the new one on, adjust the jam nuts, and then you go to the alignment shop. Now the one I have is the Max Bump Steer Kit by UPR. And what that does is it's more or less the older style where you drill out the spindle with a 5 1/8 drill bit, or a machine shop will do it precisely. I recommend a machine shop actually doing it probably. But you drill it out and you put the stud through, and that way it kind of gives you, I want to say, more of a safer reliability of mind and ease. But it takes a little longer and it takes patience. So with this bump steer kit, with going into installing this bump steer kit, you don't want to go, you want to be experienced and have patience on drilling something, because you drill it wrong, you mess up, you're buying a new spindle, and you're kicking yourself in the ass for, messing up. So I highly recommend somebody that knows what they're doing, or a machine shop. You can take your spindle off and take it to them, charge you maybe 20-30 bucks, and the machine does it right there. It's precise, you have no worries. So the studs on the are a little thicker, I believe, on the ones that you drill the spindle out. So once you could do the drilling and everything, it's more or less the same. You measure length from length kind of on the tie rods, and you make sure your steering wheel's right and everything, and then you do the same as if you were installing the tapered. So what is bump steer? Bump steer is when you lower a car and the steering wheel, I don't know if you guys can really see the steering wheel, but your steering wheel wants to go left or right where the road goes. So you take your car, say on like a crappy road, and it's got a lot of bumps and cracks in the road and potholes and stuff, and pretty much where that pothole is catches the tire, the car is going to go that way. It's going to go this way or that way, and you're not controlling the car by doing that. So bump steer corrects the geometry of having that. So when you install the bump steer kit, you're going to raise your tie rod to more or less 1 inch above your control arm, your front control arm, whether it's a stock or a tubular. It works both ways. So the goal is to get the tie rod to be the same angle and pretty much precise on how your control arm looks, because you want it the same level. That way there's no undesirable steering or whatsoever. When do you want to use a bump steer? I recommend honestly using a bump steer anytime that you lower your car. That doesn't mean that you have to go out and buy a bump steer kit just because you lowered your car. I have coilovers in the front, and it's getting hot. I have coilovers in the front, so that's why I use the bump steer kit, and that's why I definitely recommend it. And after I installed it and had the car aligned, it changed everything in the steering, and the car drives and feels that much better. So for example, I'll do it this way. I never get tired of that sound. So you guys can hear me, I'm gonna bear the heat. No, I don't have you're lowered and you cut your spring, like a coil off, and you're slammed, whether it's, you know, maybe airlift suspension, if you drive like that with the car really low, or coilovers like in my case, or your car is slammed, yes, I highly recommend it. And if you do a tubular setup, I highly recommend going with that company's bump steer kit, or just any bump steer kit in reality, because it's going to improve, and the alignment shop is going to have that much ease of getting your alignment back in. So how alignment shop does that, you have your jam nut that's already kind of on the inner tie rod, and then you have the jam nut on the outside of the sleeve for the outer tie rod. So this sleeve actually just replaces the outer tie rod, so you're not greasing anything with the tie rod or anything anymore. So the hip joint allows it to flex kind of like an all 360 round in a way, and then with a just regular stock tie rod, if you were to buy from Advance or Napa, it only goes in two directions, and up and down, that's it. It doesn't go side to side, it doesn't flex. So the hip joint ball allows it to more or less flex up and down. That way, if you do, say like I'm sure a lot of autocross people use, you know, bump steer kits and stuff. So that way, you know, when you're going around a sharp turn and stuff like that, the tie rod, you know, flexes that way with the car, kind of like probably like a sway bar. So it shifts the weight like that, no problem, and you know, you're not having any problems doing what you're doing in, you know, the undesirable steering or whatever. But in this case, the bump steer kit, my car is lowered, and it just took away all the headaches I had with, you know, hitting bumps and, you know, just being on the road and hitting bumps and stuff, and then the steering wheel wanting to go this way or that way when I'm not controlling it that way. So it really takes the headache out, and it makes the car feel that much better. It's really a good investment. I just love when I'm on the road and other people just like think I'm crazy because I'm talking to a camera. He might know my car, I don't know. That's the thing that I've noticed ever since, like, even the channel is so small. I'm sure it's because of, like, social media. People know my car around this area. I always get waved at, revved at, honked at. People know me, and I don't even know who they are, but it's really cool, and I actually enjoy talking to these people. So, or just driving down the road and you get that, you know, hey, like, I know you, but I really don't know you. So my review on this bump steer kit though by UPR, they have good products. They are really big into the drag racing. I wouldn't knock them whatsoever. I'm very happy, very satisfied with this product, and it's very affordable. They have dealers all over their social media, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, probably Instagram, and everything. You can always find a dealer and get a really good deal with, you know, their products. But their bump steer kit, definitely needed, guys. I'm telling you, it's really worth it. You're gonna need it. So I'm gonna end this video, but I'm gonna catch you guys on the tripod, so I will kind of just show you what the bump steer kit looks like a little bit, and I will end it from there. So let's get to that. I hope you guys can see that's pretty much what I'm talking about. The sleeve with the two jam nuts for the bump steer kit. You have just your stock, you know, factory jam nut from the inner tie rod going there, and then you tighten that down, and then you have the sleeve, and then you have the jam nut right here is what you can see. This kind of like the chrome part right there. So you tighten both of those down. That's what kind of holds your sleeve where it won't go anywhere. And so right here is what I'm talking about, your stud. And then this is a hem joint that flexes, you know, up, down, side to side. And then you have your spacers. Now you will get you'll get a couple of spacers, small from the big to the small, and you just kind of mess around with the spacers and see depending on how low you are, depends on how many you use. So that's a big thing. And then you have your nylon lock nut right here at the top. It's kind of hard to tell, it's a little dark, sorry. And you just tighten that down, and that kind of acts as the cotter pin. So it's just a nylon lock nut. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope this review and explain to you of what a bump steer kit helps decide if you actually need one or not. Again, I highly recommend it because it really does change your suspension and it dials it back in where you have no problems at all. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one.